G'day guys, welcome back to Aussie Outdoor Reviews, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a unboxing of my Trangia cook set that I ordered off the internet. There's quite a few deals, or there have been quite a few deals going around the internet lately at the end of financial year. So you know, just Google Australian hiking supplies and you can find some links to some good websites and get yourself some good deals. I ended up getting the Trangia 25:2 large aluminium storm cook set. I got the Trangia 1 litre fuel bottle and the stuff sack for the cook set. All up it came to $159 Australian, and since buying the cook set, I've gone to a few camping stores around Perth and have seen the same cook set going for anywhere from $145 to $175. So I managed to get a whole heap of good stuff for a very reasonable price. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just zip open the box and have a look at what we get. Now, this Trangia cook set also comes with a kettle. A lot of the ones that you see in the camping stores in Perth do not come with the kettle, so let's have a look here. It's boxed okay, I guess. So this is the storm cooker, and you can see here basically what comes in the pack. We have the stuff sack, we have some beef teriyaki, which is a bit of a freebie that the website wildearth.com.au have thrown in there for me, so we can try that out. And also the plastic Trangia fuel container. And then we just got the packing slips there. Okay. So let's open the box here and see what's inside. I've never owned a Trangia before, but I used them a lot at school during outdoor education camps and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so pretty lightweight. I would say that weighs under a kilo for sure. I was looking at getting the Coleman dual fuel stove. After doing a little bit of reading around on the internet, I read that, you know, they run off shellite, or the Coleman fuel, which is shellite, or they run off petrol. And what put me off the Coleman dual fuel was the fumes that have been found to come off from cooking with petrol, especially if you're going to be cooking in a tent or anything like that. Okay, so you can see here, this is the base of the storm cooker. We have a lid here which also doubles over as a frying pan. A little information booklet. Some more packing materials. Here is the kettle. If I can get her out. So small little kettle there. More packing material, a small bowl, a larger bowl. What's good about the Trangia is everything nests, so it all folds down to be quite small and compact, which is a nice feature. So you're not just buying a cooker, but you're buying all the equipment that you need. Apparently this Trangia, it's suitable for cooking up to 3 to 4 people. So I thought, as I'll be taking my kids out camping, then this should go well. Now inside we have some more packing material, and this is the actual alcohol stove. So the Trangia burns off metho, or methylated spirits, which you can pick up for $2.50 or $3 for a litre, so it's cheap. It's not a petrochemical, man-made fuel. It's all natural. The fumes that it gives off are nowhere near as toxic as the ones from cooking your gas, or also your petrol Coleman stoves. So this here is. So we have the burner here, and this hasn't changed since the original Trangia was produced. I'm not quite sure of the year, but I think it was around 1915 or 1920. So apparently the only change is there's one less or one more hole in the burn ring there. So I mean, that's pretty good. These things seem to last forever. The biggest tip that I've seen for using these on the internet so far is to make sure that once it's burning, you don't put it out using the lid, because it has this rubber O-ring. So of course if that's burning and you shut her off like that, you're going to ruin your O-ring. So that's the biggest tip that I've seen so far. What we'll do now is we'll clear some of this away and we'll set it up. So basically we fill this up with methylated spirits and we light it up. It takes a few minutes before it starts burning through the jets, so you need to wait for these to warm up. Okay. And that's it set up. So you can see it's quite simple. Now when you be using the frying pan or the big pots, you I believe you have these out like this. No, you don't. You put these in, all the way in. This, if I didn't talk about this gripper earlier, this is the pot handle. It's a pretty simple contraption, and that fits in like that. That's the smaller one. Maybe not. No, that's the bigger one. I've read on the internet that these will boil water in about 11 minutes, so they're not super fast. The gas is obviously a lot quicker, but Trangia do make a gas attachment to take the to replace the metho burner. But the whole reason I bought this was that it runs on methylated spirits, which is cheap. You can get it virtually anywhere throughout Australia, at least. Whereas going to buy gas will set you back, $12 a pop, roundabout. And I like the fact that I got it for a cheap price, and it comes with everything that you need. So, I just need to get some methylated spirits, put it in, and away you go. So you can see you can use it as a frying pan here. It fits nicely over the top. Everything is very good quality. There doesn't seem to be any nicks or scratches or dents in any of the equipment here. On the side of the pots, let's see if this one has it too. No, but at the side of the smaller pot here, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but you have your markings for half a litre and a litre, so you know how much water you're putting in to put onto the boil. So that's pretty good, and of course it all packs up nice and neatly. One other feature that I didn't explain to you, they call this the storm cooker, and you can see here where it's got the holes in the wind guard. So basically what you can do is position this so the holes are away from the wind, or if you have a slight breeze you can put it into the breeze, and it'll help with the airflow around the cooker there. So you can virtually run this in any conditions. They do call it the storm cooker, and you can see videos on YouTube of guys using these up in Canada and in the snow and sub-zero centigrade temperatures, which is pretty good. So I'm not going to be getting into any of that kind of stuff, but it is nice to know that it's been tried and tested around the world and the design hasn't changed for a long time. That's got to tell you something about its quality, and I think for $160 you can't really go wrong. I think it was an absolute bargain. So, you know, keep your eyes open, and sometimes you stumble across some good stuff on the internet. I guess something to consider is it did take over a week for it to come from over east. I'm not sure exactly where it was, somewhere in Queensland, and it was a registered post, Australia registered post, and it was free postage, so that's always a bonus. But it did take over a week to come, and the tracking, the Australia Post tracking was pretty rubbish, really. It just said in transit for the entire time that I was able to track it. So I was expecting it to arrive earlier than when it did. It did take longer than expected, but again, it's free postage, so there's not much you can really complain about there. As you can see, it folds up quite nicely. There's a few websites, you know, lots of people seem to be quite obsessed with these Trangias, and there's a website that I found that discusses how much methylated spirits you're going to need to carry with you, and all that kind of stuff, and it works out to be about 1 litre for one person, cooking 3 meals a day for a week. So it's pretty efficient, you know. So that's basically, it's going to cost you $3 a week to run it, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than any of the gas cookers, in my experience anyway. Of course, you know, with a gas cooker, to buy a decent one, you've got to spend a hell of a lot of money, and then you've got to buy your cook set as well. Whereas this just seems to come with everything that you need. So I'm pretty happy with that. That doesn't weigh much at all. I'd say that would maybe be a kilo or just over, maybe 1.1 kilos. Let's have a look at the sack, the stuff sack. How does it all fit in together? Pretty well, and there's a bit of extra room there. And Trangia, nice and bright, so you don't leave it on the trail or camping, wherever you may be. That's one of the things that I never fully understood. You see a lot of guys doing bushcrafting, and they always buy green equipment, and I think that's just a surefire way to put it down somewhere and not pick it up again. So I think if you're going to be doing some sort of stealth camping or bugging out or any of that sort of survival stuff where you didn't want to be seen, I think all green's good. But I mean, let's face it, when are we really going to be in that situation? Possibly never. So, you know, I know where I live, if you walked around in camouflage or all green, people would be pretty put out, thinking, why the hell is this guy walking around pretending to be a soldier? We'll have a quick look here at the fuel bottle. It has a safety catch. This is the lid. Of course, the bottle is just a regular plastic bottle, but it's got all the warning signs for the fuel and all that good stuff. So that's handy. And you see here, it's a you can lock it out with this red nut if you need to dispense the fuel. undo the nut. As you push down the button, it opens up here, so you're able to pour in, and you can quite easily stop that. So, you know, not only is it a decent bottle, but it doesn't look like you'll be spilling a lot of your metho out in the bush either. So that's good, something to consider as well, because metho stinks. You don't really want to get covered in it when you're filling your Trangia up. It seems like it's quite good quality. The plastic is thick. It's not very flexible, and it doesn't feel cheap. The steel ring around the collar that supports the thread seems to be a nice touch. The components all look to be very good quality, and from what I've seen of other people and their Trangias, they've used them for a very long time. So that's what I'm hoping with this one, is to get some good use out of it instead of using the gas all the time. There's nothing quite like running out of gas. You can never exactly see how much is inside one of those canisters. They could feel like they have a lot of weight, but if you're camping somewhere where it's cold, you can have troubles getting them going, and I've had that happen to me in the south of Western Australia before. So, okay guys, well, thanks for watching. A different video this time. Hopefully I'll have a video up soon of using the Trangia and perhaps checking out what this beef teriyaki tastes like. We might do a video reheating this. So that's always good. Not only did I get the whole set super cheap, but I also got a bit of a freebie beef teriyaki, and as long as it's not made in China, I'm sure it's going to be great. Actually, this is backcountry cuisine, so you guys can see that backcountry makes some great dehydrated foods, so I'm sure this is going to be delicious. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Leave a comment or a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and have a good day.